Audio Jeeper, it's time for another Jeep Talk show. God dang it, I need to write it down. Flagship episode. Roundtable. So bad. But a roundtable's tomorrow night.
Too many pies.
Yeah, that's true. Roundtable's tomorrow night, and you can join. Simply go to jeeptalkshow.com/contact, and you can see how to sign up for our newsletter, which I need to. Sometimes when I send out the newsletter on Tuesday, it is not fully delivered. The 400 and something people that's on the newsletter, it has not delivered it to all the people that may want to attend the roundtable. So the roundtable basically is a meeting, a Zoom meeting that we do on Tuesday nights, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, and we record it. We have a question that we ask. We'll probably talk about airing down myths like we're going to be talking tonight. We have opportunity folks that are roundtable to chime in on what they think the airing down myths are all about. So kind of getting a trend here going where we talk to Greg on Monday, the Tuesday episode, and then talk about it again on the Wednesday episode. And it may have Greg, it may not have Greg. The problem with Greg is he has a day job. He gets really, really tired from some of the stuff that he has to do. So he doesn't always make it to our roundtable.
The small children don't have any effect on that either.
Oh yeah, no, life is.
It's usually more of a It's the kids. It's I got to mow. I've got to do laundry. There's always something. It's always something.
Yeah. So on tonight's episode, I've already teased it: airing down myths, facts, and more. So you're going to hear a lot from Greg tonight. But I bet you I'm going to chime in with questions, smart-ass comments. What do you think, Greg?
More than likely, you're going to have to tell me something about how little tires are considered big tires and that I'm insane for doing what I do. So,
all right, well, let's get into it. Now, this is one of the subjects that you came up with. You gave me a nice list of subjects, and no, I'm not going to tell you people what all the items are. You need to come back here every week and find out. But I don't guess I know a lot about airing down. I mean, I have my opinions. It's great to make things more grippy when you're off road. Great to grip rocks. When you're in sand, I hear that it's a good thing to do. Mm-hmm. I think that in water it's not so good because you need more air so you can float. So
yeah, I get it. People get confused when they hear flotation. It's like it's not exactly what you think, but it's
So airing down, what are the airing down myths, facts, and more? What do you mean by that?
So basically, we air down in a lot of different worlds of off-roading to, like you were just describing, it's to increase traction. So if we take some air pressure out of the tire and allow it to deform on purpose, that means the tread contact patch can more easily wrap itself and conform to a given trail obstacle, be it rocks or roots or whatever. It also allows the tire to expand the sidewall into that equation. So instead of just having your tread and then the shoulders coming up, you have all this contact surface, because I'm sure you've seen in the last few years, probably going back a lot further than that, a lot of aftermarket tire manufacturers for the off-road industry have incorporated designs that include very aggressive tread lugs on the sidewall, or at least a portion thereof. So we want to get
and they're gorgeous. I don't know how much use cool. They get, but they look badass.
So Max's Trepidors, the creepy crawlers, SXs, SX2s from Interco. There's a lot of them out there that do it. The idea is to find a balance of what works best in a given type of terrain under a given vehicle. So trigger warning, there's no such thing as one size fits all. You guys need to learn to stop asking those questions in your Facebook social media groups, because you're going to ask a question like, hey, I'm heading out to Hidden Falls this weekend. What air pressure are you guys running? And you're going to get 100 different damned answers. And not one of them could all be.
Well, I was going to say, and they all could be right. Yeah.
But you have to understand, it does boil down to like, and I'll just do, because I do this a lot, I'm going to use mine as an example. I'm not going to air down as low for going out to to Hidden Falls or up to Oklahoma as I would for going to Wolf Caves. Well, the reason is very simple. At places like Wolf Caves or even Katimsi Rocks, It's just that big, beautiful pink granite as far as you can see in any direction. You're going to get maximum traction on that all the time. Fall tires, all terrains, mud terrains, street terrains, it doesn't matter. Even when it's raining out there, you still get mondo traction just because of the terrain. So we can get away, and we're moving slowly. It's rock crawling out there. You're not hauling ass through a lot of that stuff like you would, out in the desert or down at the beach or through your favorite mud hole. You're rock crawling and you're going pretty slow. So you can get away with running a lower pressure. At places like Hidden Falls or up in Oklahoma or going back east, where I'm going to be working with a lot more tire spin and hard hits to the suspension, I'm not going to air down to single digit pressures. Number one, I don't need to with my given setup. Number two, it doesn't serve any good at that point other than to lose ground clearance under my axles and to potentially damage a wheel or the tire itself. So therein lies the crux. If you air down too far and you don't have a beadlock, odds are very, very high you're going to push a bead off a tire and lose all your pressure and dismount the tire accidentally. It could be banging into something with it. It could be side checking it into something. It could just be off camera in the Jeep a little bit and leaning too hard and have the whole weight on that one side. So you have to understand, which only comes with experience. You got to practice at home, practice on a dirt road or something close to home. Or if you want to make a day trip out of it, go to your favorite haunt, play with different pressures to see how the tire is going to react and how the vehicle is going to react in a controlled, nice and slow situation. Once you kind of get a feel for that, then you can pick and choose what pressures you want to run for a given terrain. So if I'm playing down at the beach, again, it's not a fair comparison. My tires are already so wide and so big. We were just talking about flotation. Mud and sand, there's two different schools of thought. You've got the folks that want to ride across the top of it. You've got the folks that want to run what we call pizza cutters, us old school guys, the real narrow, aggressive tires, and try to find the bottom and get traction of some kind, cut through the muck and find something solid to purchase. I'm probably going to lean more towards flotation from a personal,
you don't know how deep it is.
Right. And growing up being a mud bogger and playing in a local riverbed and quicksand and all that stuff, I can tell you, you're wheeling in those kind of areas like Florida swamp or something like that, you're not going to find a bottom. So right. I don't even want to chance it. It's not a controlled pit that somebody dug for mud racing. It's natural features, and you don't know if that's what's under it. So I prefer flotation. I like big and wide and tall, just ground clearance and lots of traction. Now, again, it comes back to the construction of the tire. Is it steel belted radial or is it a bias-ply? How many plies is it either way? Do you have beadlocks or not? Do you have any kind of you have sensitive items inside your wheels like your tire pressure sensors, TPMS, that could be dislodged or damaged? If we overdo it, like any other good thing, it feels good to do it. You want to keep going, and you find the limit usually comes with some kind of damage. More often than not,
an expense, yeah,
yes, very high expense, big damage. More often than not, what happens is even with beadlocks, if you air down too much for a given type of terrain and you push it too hard, you're going to roll the sidewall of the tire under the edge of your wheel. And it's beadlock, whatever. That sidewall, instead of being down here, it's going to roll up and you're going to go over a rock or a root or something, and you're going to gash your sidewall with your own wheel. Or if you hit it, fast enough, you bang into something with no air pressure in that tire. What absorbs all the shock? The edges of the wheel do. And you bend that all the crap. Now your weekend's really not going to be any fun. So you have to, if you've ever watched any of the rock bouncers or trail bouncing, the guys that go fast hill killers, they don't air down that much. And a lot of those dudes will absolutely run some kind of an inner tube, or what they've got an item that's called a tire ball. And you can put several of those in there, and they're a closed cell ball, like a foam rubber type material of some kind that basically takes, where they don't have a whole bunch of extra air in there, but there's something to cushion that impact.
Yeah, it keeps